We are here. We are here at halftime with assistant AD Matt Revkin. Matt, welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Murphy.
All right. What did you think of the first half?
I thought we started out a little strong and slowed down a bit. I think Coach Jones is trying to get a whole bunch of guys involved because we're a little shorthanded tonight. So I expect them to pick up the pace in the second half.
Yeah, if there were any rough spots, you might think it might come early because we got a different starting lineup. That was fine. But
right.
As the half went on, we slowly let St. Mary's Revkin back in the game. All right, so let's talk Matt Revkin. Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Olney, Maryland. Actually, Brookville to be exact. I went to Sherwood High School, graduated '87, long time ago. So, yeah, I'm an Olney boy.
Okay. All right, it's much nicer up there now since you've left. But anyhow, so tell me about how'd you get hooked up with DeMatha?
Well, I was in a phase where I was looking for a job and very involved in the hockey community. And Coach McCauley had been running a hockey camp. So basically I was looking for just things to fill my mind without sitting around wondering where I was going to get a job. So I worked at his camp for free. And, just kind of helped him out. And one day he's like, I'm going pro, and I need you to take over. And I had to obviously go through the interview process. But my business background was something they were very interested in as well. It wasn't just hockey.
Well, I think what attracted the Trinitarians, and was Dan the principal then?
Yes.
And attracted Dan was when Tony said he worked for free. You know, you're coming to work here at DeMatha, you're not going to make a lot of money. He said, that's our guy.
Exactly.
So you come in, you're the hockey coach, right?
Yes.
And then as that goes on, Tony comes back, you get kicked upstairs, you're assistant AD.
Yes,
now,
sir.
what's that like? What are your responsibilities there?
It went from just overlooking one program to overlooking 14 programs. So it's a lot more fun for me. I can be involved like here for basketball, football, where I do game day operations. I've just taken on more and more and more as we go, running 2 websites, running a private hockey league, also doing transportation, and still teaching 6 classes.
I know a lot of people are looking at you right now saying, well, I didn't know he was that tall. There's a fallacy that TV adds 10 pounds. It's actually 10 inches.
Yes.
So that's why.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. I am actually, believe it or not, smaller or shorter, I should say, than Neil Murphy.
All right. So let's talk about what happened a couple years ago. You go to an AD's meeting, Play On Sports is there, which helps with our broadcast. What transpired then?
Play On Sports was pitching to the league that they wanted to cover all of our championship events. On the way home from that meeting, I looked at Ed King and I was like, you know what? We're DeMatha. Everyone wants to watch us, so why not try to do this class in our school? And we have a lot of great broadcasters that have come through DeMatha, so it was kind of a natural fit for us. So,
and at that point, your background in this type of activity was what?
Zero.
And you said, hey, something to do. So what year was that?
It was 4 years ago, so it was it was about 4.5 years ago, 2014.
Okay, so 2014. And you decide we're going to do the games, and with that, we created a class.
That's
Video
correct.
broadcasting class. Talk about that.
It's video broadcast journalism, and basically the kids are learning not only how to be a good broadcast journalist, but they do all the background work. They do the computer, they run the cameras. For the JV and freshman game, we have Bryce Carter and Sean Lehman has done all of the play-by-play all year, and they just constantly getting on camera and getting experience in front of the camera and the behind-the-scenes work.
Yeah, other than the announcers for varsity games, whether it be football or basketball or generally adults, everything's done by the students.
Yes,
right?
We're the only school, to my knowledge, that does that in the DMV.
Mm-hmm. And that first year, that first class, how many did you have in the class?
We had 7, and we've grown today to 50.
Well, we've got 2 classes now.
Yes.
And Corey Puffett helps you with that.
Yes.
He's a big help. And then we've also got some guys in the industry. Sean O'Connor, who does the broadcast with me, he brings his expertise and helps
Absolutely.
with our broadcast. We also have Andre Jones, a DeMatha alum,
Yes.
who's been in the sports video business for years, doing some stuff on his own. So that's been a big help.
The other thing that Andre Jones does is he's been bringing guests through. We had Shamari
Well,
Stone.
I was going to bring.
Okay.
Talk about some of the guests that we've had.
We've had Shamari Stone. We had Joe Yasharoff. Both of them were here this year. Just outstanding guests. Joe's a professor at Maryland, so kind of gave the students an idea of A, what class he teaches over there, and B, what they could do as far as their path to get up into the Andre Joneses of the world.
Right, and we've also had, I know, Glenn Consor, the Wizard, has come by.
That's right. In last year we had Glenn Consor and we had Johnny Holiday.
Right.
And we had Wish Shamari Stone was his photographer. Brooks is his first name. I forget his last name, but he's an Emmy Award winner, so that was cool. He brought his Emmy by. So these guys give us real life stories about what they did, how they got to where they are, and gives the kids kind of some idea of how to get where they are.
And the one thing I've gotten for anybody I've talked to is that they're amazed at what we have for the students, the real life experience that they get, because it wasn't there for them when they first started out.
Exactly.
Many of them just kind of lucked into it, got an internship, this
right.
and that, but they didn't have it. They certainly didn't have it as a high school student.
Absolutely. And another cool thing the class does is called a DM Stag Report.
We'll talk about that a little bit.
Okay, they basically they go on screen and they do the research of the stories. The stories we're trying to have them do pertain all to DeMatha. So, like upcoming events, sporting events, academic events, special things that are going on around the school, and give like a little background on a teacher or two, just so they can give some of the alum an opportunity to maybe reminisce from the past, as well as giving them great on-camera presence.
Now, besides the basketball and the football, I think most people know about, what are some of the other events we do?
Well, tomorrow night we're actually going to do the hockey game, and we do probably 2 or 3 hockey games a year. Tomorrow night's tomorrow day, I guess it's 4 o'clock.
Right.
First Gonzaga at Laurel. We'll have that for you here on the DeMatha TV network.
Right.
We also do signing day every year.
That's coming up when?
That's tomorrow.
So
that's going to be
two big events.
Two big events. We're at 1:30. I think we're going to kick that off, and we'll have students doing all of the background work, and including interviews with the signees and the coaches of the signees throughout the program.
All right, and we also, many of the big, like St. John DeMatha Day, if we have special masses, we broadcast those. So
any
it's
mass.
more than just what people see at the basketball game.
Absolutely. We do all of the masses that we have here at DeMatha, Academic Awards Night, Baccalaureate Mass. We really try to do anything and everything that someone has expressed an interest to broadcast, or that we feel is very necessary to show people that we're more than just sports.
Well, and I think it's a win-win. Not only do our guys get great experience, but so often people only know about basketball and football. And we always say, can we get you to the campus and see what beautiful campus we have? Well, if you can't actually get here, maybe you can see it through the eyes of our camera.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. Now, before I let you go, all right, I started to ask you how many years you're married. You kind of stuttered, but your wife's name is?
Susie.
Susie, and you also have a daughter.
Yes, and her name's Lexi, or
right,
Alexis.
And Lexi is an athlete. She plays?
She plays at University of New Hampshire. She's an ice hockey player.
She's a hockey player.
And she's a sophomore there.
Okay. Well, that's great. Matt,
yes.
This is fantastic. Hopefully we'll have a better second half, but it's great having you on.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Sure.